Good morning, everybody. I thought I would share on here my morning routine. Chemo affects everything, and it affects you from the inside out. So your skin gets very, very dry and very flaky, and you have to really take care of it. So I thought these are some things I've kind of had to learn the hard way, and I thought I would share on here because maybe it will help someone else. First of all, no one ever sees me like this, but I thought I would be vulnerable because it could help someone else in the long run. So the first thing that I put on every morning is it's called Fizz Assistant Oncology Cream. And I just got it on Amazon, and I'll put a link. Let's see if I will put a link in the I'll put a link in the comments down below so that if you need this, it is so good. It has all natural ingredients. I was trying to do a nighttime cream during the day. That's how bad dry your skin gets. But it would sort of make my skin oily and then also cause breakouts. And you just don't need extra issues on top of what you're already dealing with. So this is so nice. It goes on really very lightly. It makes just a nice light coverage, but you can instantly feel it hydrating into your skin. And I am having a really bad issue with my skin being dry around here and through here. My nose is always very dry skin and peeling because one of the side effects of the chemo is you do lose your hair, but they don't always tell you that you lose the hair in your nose also. And so when you lose that hair, there's really nothing to keep your nose from running. You don't realize how much work that your nose hairs do for you till you don't have them. So I have a constant sort of runny nose, and I try to be gentle with it, but it's still always runny. And so if you're constantly wiping, and it's in the wintertime, and you already got dry skin, and then you've got chemo dry skin, it's just a little bit extra. So I have to put extra stuff on. But I add this on here, and I also have really dry skin around my eyes for some reason. And this cream is so gentle. It does not, you wouldn't want to rub it in your eye, obviously, but when I rub it on my eyelids and then right here where it gets really dry, it doesn't burn. It doesn't make my eyes feel weird. And I have contacts in, so I have to be very careful about what I put on my eyes so that it doesn't hurt my contacts. So speaking of, so I have to dab my nose. The next thing that I have to put on, because like I said, my nose gets really chapped, sometimes my lips, Aquaphor. For anyone that is doing chemo, it is just a must-have. Like, I am so blessed. I had so many friends. I did a wish list on Amazon, and I had so many friends go on and purchase it for me. So I have enough to last me for a very, very long time. Because once I'm done with chemo, after they decide about whatever surgery I might have to have, the next steps would be radiation, and it also causes, I hope that did not make a loud noise. That also causes I hope that didn't make a loud. It also causes chapped skin. So Aquaphor works everywhere, especially on your nose and inside your nose a little bit, and it will help so much for your skin. And you can put it on your hands. You can put it everywhere. I don't like it on my hands because it feels a little greasy until it absorbs. But the other cream, my oncology cream, I can put that on my hands and anywhere. And it absorbs so quickly, and it makes it feel so nice. So I mostly use the Aquaphor when it's, you just have no other choice. Like, it's just really bad chapped skin. So I would put it on my knuckles. They get really chapped now. And my nose especially, and any other places like that. So you just rub it in, and then you can start your regular makeup routine. I always have to do a concealer or under eye corrector because I have dark circles under my eyes that are hereditary. It is a trait that a lot of people in my family have. So I always have to do this. And this is just CoverGirl. It's the only one that has really worked so well since I started treatment. Some makeup will sit in the creases in my skin, and some will actually irritate my skin. And the circles under my eyes have actually gotten worse, which is pretty normal during cancer treatment, because if you're doing chemo, you can face a lot of you can face anemia, your fatigue, which is crazy because you can be super tired, but then at the same time you can't sleep. But then during the day when you don't need to, a lot better ways of doing your makeup and making it look even better. But this is just my simple routine that I have done even before I started chemo. The few extra things that I've added since starting chemo that have helped and made me feel better about everything. See, I don't like it to be really high. And one of the things I've learned through this whole cancer journey is 85% of this is a mental battle that you will face. It is spiritual, it is mental, it is emotional, and it lastly is physical, which I think too many people focus on the actual physical part of it, and it will overwhelm you if you do that. So I have learned that there are things you can do to just make yourself feel better physically, kind of maybe trick yourself a little bit, but if you will do it, you can get your emotional part under control, get your mental part more under control, and you'll just feel better. So then I just line my eyes. And I've tried all different kinds of eyeliner. One thing about chemo, I keep saying one thing, but there's a lot of things about chemo treatment, is you can lose your eyelashes. I have prayed that I wouldn't, and so far I still have my eyelashes and my eyebrows. I kind of told God, my non-negotiables were, I can be strong, but please let me keep my eyelashes and my eyebrows. And I only have one more treatment, and I have maintained them, so I'm praying that continues. But a thing about chemo is it does make you lose your eyelashes often. And even though I still have my eyelashes, a lot of my eyelash, I have lost some. Oh, and that was just regular eyeliner that I got at Walmart from, what is this? LA Colors. And the reason I use this is because when my eyelashes have thinned, I haven't lost them, but they have thinned. But another side effect from the chemo is I have watery eyes. And this kind it lasts all day, even when my eyes are kind of watery, and it stays on and it doesn't leak into my eyes. The liquid eyeliner and some of the more expensive eyeliners would kind of leak into my eyes with the wateriness and the less eyelashes, so it wasn't worth it. So then I take a little brush and I do a little bit in my lash line, and it's actually just black eyeshadow that I use to line the bottom of my eye. Again, because of the watery eyes, and I wear contacts, so if things kind of get runny, it will get into my contacts, and it is very uncomfortable, and you spend most of the day cleaning your contacts off. So I don't choose to do that very often. I don't want to do that. So I have found that just using this nice soft powder eyeshadow to line the lower part of my eyelashes, it actually just works really good. And if it's a really bad day and my eyes are watering a lot, it will come off and it won't smear, and it won't have the runniness that you sometimes get. And so then I also use Falsies mascara through Maybelline, because my eyelashes have thinned, but this helps them still stand out, the ones that I have, which I still have quite a bit. And it helps lengthen the ones that I have left. And it still makes them look good. And it doesn't flake off. So because I might be touching my eyes a good bit, I have to be careful, which is kind of harder for you to see, but it's on there. So I do my mascara just real quick. A couple little. And I do my makeup every single morning. Even when I'm nauseous. Even when I have the upset stomach that comes from it. Even when I have chemo belly, which if you know, you know what that is. I still get up and put my makeup on. Maybe I don't do it as well as I do on some other days and put as much effort into it. Sometimes I might just do my eyes and do powder and not do the whole foundation and stuff, but I always put my under eyeliner or my under eye concealer and corrector, and I always do my eyes, because even if no one else is going to see me, I'm going to see myself, and I do not want to get depressed, and I don't want to get discouraged. And I also have children, and I don't want them to see me and think, oh my gosh. So I put on my face, and then I make it through the day. And I may have to put my makeup on sitting in my recliner, or I may sit at the kitchen table like I'm doing now, but I do it regardless. Then I just put my lipstick on. And lipstick is not something I prefer to wear. So I just put it on first thing. And then when it wears off, I usually forget about it and I don't put it on again later. It's not a big deal. My eyes are more important to me. And then that is my makeup routine, and it usually lasts all day until bedtime. And I make it work, even with all the lovely side effects of chemo. I try to make it work. So I hope this helps and encourages somebody and maybe teach you a little something. Love you guys.